Hi, air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Hold on. You know, this video will be my 726th video, which I'm interested to see what comes out because that's my birthday. But hold on. Happy Wednesday, happy Mercury day. So this video is early. Before, well, we can get started. This video is early. And I was going to start a series and then finish the series next week, but with my schedule, it wasn't wise. And after conversing with Spirit, it wasn't wise to start a series and then have the new moon. Things would have been more chaotic for me. So I'm not available Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and mostly Monday because I'm in auntie mode. So to ensure that this is done, these videos are done in a timely manner, aligns with the new moon. We are less than a week away. It's on the 21st. Today is Wednesday, October 9/17, October 15, 2025. I almost said October 15, 2023. That's interesting. That was a 5-year. But yeah, if you have archive, go through your archive for October 15, 2023, but it's October 15, 2025. The Libra New Moon is on October 21st. I'm doing air signs tonight. I'm going to do the earth elements and the rising. And then we're going to do another element tomorrow night. And then the last element will be done Monday evening. Okay? Okay. God willing. All right. But that's the plan, and I don't want to rush. But let's burn the sage. This is a positive new moon for you, I'll say that. Hold on. Where's my lighter? Okay. Let it burn. I think I need another tea. Okay. Let's pray. God, divine source, Holy Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, universe, thank you for assisting me in guiding the air elements, the air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, on this upcoming Libra New Moon energy that will peak on October 21st, 2025. Thank you for allowing me to be a clear guide, clear channel, clear vessel as I speak to them on what to expect as this energy unfolds. God, please bless each and every heart and soul that taps into this energy with me whenever they are guided to do so. Allow us all to be divinely guided and divinely led. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Hell no. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Thank you for divine insight. Thank you for divine foresight. Thank you for divine protection. Thank you for assisting me in communicating this message. Gratitude, Ashe. Let's touch on that first, okay? And how I don't know what the fuck I said when we were mentioning no weapon formed against me, against us, shall prosper. So we'll leave the sage burning. Hold on. Hey, y'all. Hi, Jordan. Hold on, y'all. Hi, is it pronounced Merry Chris? Hi, Zaza. Hi, Robert. Watch and see. Yeah, we just started. So let's touch on that since the prayer, because I don't like that. So as I mentioned, starting this moon energy is a positive omen for you. There is a theme of new beginnings. there's this, it's like a dire need of an upgrade, a restart, something new, a new experience, a new life. Just newness is a theme. And I think it's very significant that it's on the 21st, because that represents the world. And according to the major tarots, the final card, what did I say, major tarot? According to the tarot, it's the final card of the major arcana, before you start over at the beginning with the Fool. But with no weapon formed against us shall prosper, I feel like you're very concerned. You may feel like it's giving a sense of a lack of protection, feeling unprotected, feeling like, you know, it could be this energy of, you know, all you have is yourself. And it's like having that, it's one thing to have, you know, that spiritual protection, which is by all means, you know, I feel like it can't get any better personally. But when it comes to physical protection, you know, it's a different, damn, that was a water bottle. It's a different realm. It's a different reality. And I feel like in some aspect of this current realm and in this reality, you feel unprotected. Now you may have your protection Psalms, Proverbs got some protection up in there too. Okay. If you look for it, I feel like you may have, you know, your own communication with whoever you connect to, whatever you have going on personally and spiritually, but there's still this, it's like, I feel like the lack of protection is somewhat tied into distrust with the spiritual realm. So even though you may have a connection, and it may be healthy in your eyes, but there is this, you know, it's your air energy, so you can believe it. You have the ability and you carry the gift of believing it before you see it, so you can manifest with your mind as air energy, as embodying the air element. But it's like, you know, the energy of, you know, as you walk through the shadows, as you maneuver through the earth, as you maneuver day to day, and no matter the obstacles, whether minor in your perception or major in your perception, is just there's this energy of feeling unsafe. That lack of protection is connected to a lack of feeling safe. Or like, you know, how long am I able to be at this energetic level of peace? If you are in an energy of peace right now and no worry until, you know, shit just hits the fan. Let's read on that first, and then we'll get to the theme, and then we'll get to the actual message. But that could be a theme. It's like, you know, there's always a bigger reason, a bigger purpose for everything that's happening on a personal level, on an external level, global level, whatever the case may be. But, you know, we are so often consumed in our own inner reality that when we are emotionally involved, heavily mentally involved, shit physically involved, it could suck away from that bird's eye perspective and, you know, create a very thin line between choosing peace and choosing chaos, you know, choosing the glass half empty versus choosing the glass half full. And, you know, when it's time for change, when there's especially radical change happening, it is always uncomfortable. It never feels good, okay? And it's interesting. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. It's about to go political. I'm not going to go there. Yeah, the Fool. I'm not going to... But there's a bigger purpose for everything. And I feel like, you know, everything that is happening is bigger than us. But we have a due diligence, and our due diligence and our assignment is to, baby, find the light and continue to see the light, okay? Until the light chooses to not exist for us anymore, and it's time for us to transition somewhere else, okay? But please know, because you are the air element, what you think is also what you attract. So, you know, to recondition the mind it's a hell of a task. It's hard as fuck. It's possible, but it's hard as fuck, okay? And, you know, we, as in people that do what I do, including myself, we may speak of it like it's easy, and it's a struggle. I would say for myself, just being vulnerable on a personal note, my biggest battle right now is reconditioning that, reconditioning from poverty consciousness into that empress mindset. And it's much easier said than done, okay? And it is something, honey, I have to talk to myself. I have to journal. I do mirror affirmations, and it is working. It is helping. It's doing what it needs to do. But after years of conditioning, you know, our psyche is developed from the ages of 0 to 7. So living a life with a psyche developed from those ages that is unhealthy and toxic and is portrayed to be, or how I say this, maybe I was raised to be a fucking peasant, okay? It was Cinderella out here, okay, for me personally. And so to recondition it out of myself, recondition myself out of that energy into, you know, I am truly a child of God, and walking in that and just embodying that, which is Empress energy to me. It's an everyday task, okay? But we on the up and up. So whatever it is for you, just know the mind is very powerful. So as much as you are thinking about the negative, it is your, I don't know, due diligence is a theme, that phrase, to counteract that energy, and not in a negative way. You know, don't beat yourself up. Don't call yourself done, stupid, all that negative shit. It doesn't fucking help the situation. It really doesn't. It keeps the energy where it's been, okay? It doesn't help break the cycle. But when you pour love into it, when you pour life into it, when you pour good energy, like, honey, shit seems chaotic, but we are okay. We are safe. I am safe. It is safe, okay? As we walk through the valleys of the shadows of death, we have nothing to fear, okay? And if you have something to fear, then with this Libra New Moon, again, it's and when I say something to fear, you know, if you just worried when karma is going to show up at your door, this is an opportunity to get your shit together, okay? Get it right, get it tight, like Bubba Sparks said, okay? But it more so feels like an energy of paranoia. It's like it's Mr. Smith versus fucking Neo out here, okay? We all need to watch The Matrix. But let's see if the cards have anything else to say. Where's the Oracle, actually? And then we'll move on. You have number 1, Yang. So the root chakra is a focus. The root chakra is masculine, sacral chakra is feminine, but new beginning 1 energy, which is also equivalent to the full in a sense, even though it's 0. You know, the matrix is 1s and 0s. So I feel like your biggest battle at this time, or if you want to refer to it as shadow work, would be releasing. It's the serenity prayer, you know, seriously. But releasing what you don't have control of, releasing what doesn't bring you serenity, releasing what, you know, you can do all you can do, and some things truly are above you, and realizing, you know, it's like, there's a word for it. It's like negotiating tasks, delegating tasks, but I feel like I'm looking for something else. But it's like, you know, knowing what you're able to carry, and, you know, being, actually allowing yourself and giving yourself the freedom and the grace to release what is not meant for you to carry, if that makes sense. But let it go, okay? Because personally, I'm tired of singing the fucking Frozen song. All right? I am. I really am. We need a new theme song, collectively. But on another note, the theme is a new beginning. So let's get into that. New Moon in Libra. All right. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Libra, New Moon. A time for healing. It is 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for me. Have faith in your dreams. You know the song from Save the Last Dance? What is it? Live your dreams. It's not as hard as it may seem. Gotta live to get the cream. Y'all know I'm knowing the lyrics, so I don't know if those are the right lyrics or not. Maybe you should watch the movie. Maybe a message in there for you. Okay. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Libra New Moon. Look at the bigger picture, bird's eye view. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Okay, so it's definitely time for something new. These cards are iterating that, but it feels like whatever this newness is, it needs to be radical. It needs to be not, when I say radical, I'm not correlating that to flamboyance and show and tell, but whatever this is, like, it's like you really need to do something for you. Okay. Y'all know this song by 2 Chainz, They Ask Me What I Do and Who I Do It For, okay? Now, he was talking about a big booty hoe. For you, this has to do with your dreams, what you desire to accomplish. The bigger picture of, it's basically, what do you see as your end point? What do you see as the world in your personal perceptive view of life, okay? What is your ultimate achievement? Goal type shit, whatever that is, this is the time to step into that. And you may feel like this is the most unconventional, non-aligned time, when truly the truth of that is the opposite of what you're thinking. It's the opposite of your perception. With look at the bigger picture, step out of your comfort zone, have faith in your dreams, whatever you are being asked to do, to step into. And I feel like whatever I'm speaking of, you've already had the urge or the yearning or whatever you want to correlate the energy to do so, but you are more so stepping forward in the energy of doubt versus the energy of faith. And faith the size of a mustard seed, you can have miracles. And if you look up what the size of a mustard seed is, it's honey, it's so fucking small, okay? So small. But that's the magnitude of what it takes to incorporate and manifest the light at the end of the tunnel when you see no light, truly. Okay? And with this a time for healing, it's okay to not know. Like, this energy just feels heavily tied into just the energy of grace and compassion and nurturing that. It feels like pain or a wound. I don't know. It's making me emotional. It's pulling on my heartstrings real bad right now. But whatever this you're being asked to step into, which is more so say yes to versus no to, it brings a healing that you've been working so hard to maintain in different ways. So as I'm saying this to you, the example, what I told to you about myself, they're using myself as an example for this message. Okay, so as I mentioned, the everyday tasks that I do to move from peasantry basically energy into empress energy, it's daily. But if I were to really step out on faith, step out of your comfort zone, have faith in your dreams in a way where all I see is a yes and a no is repellent to my energy, then that heals it heals the gap within the bridge that needs to be made for me to elevate. Does that make sense? It's crazy how they just use me. But I'm gonna take my own advice because we have North Node here and I am an Aquarius North Node. So God bless. Sometimes we are the example. But does that make sense? Let's get to the tarot for you. Yeah, your hard work is paying off. New Moon in Capricorn. It's like, when does the struggle end? When is there a completion of it? The full Two of Pentacles. When do you call an end to it? What is this? Eight of Cups. It's time to walk away. And after the Eight of Cups is the Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. And you see this full moon in the background? I keep hearing Carl Thomas emotional, but I'm going to clarify each one individually. A time for healing for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. also feel like when is the next Mercury retrograde? Because just, I'm thinking of the lyrics as I'm shuffling. 936 of Carl Thomas, Emotional. But I do feel like throughout this new moon energy, and Libra is ruled by Venus, but I do feel like there's a lot of people reflecting on you. And specifically the lyric, somewhere we went wrong when we were also right. This could be romantic, it could be platonic, but you are missed, okay? Especially if you're on some type of solo journey, you know, because there's a time to separate and elevate, and you could just be wondering, you know, are you missed? You are. Why did I grab the phone? I forgot. Why did I grab the phone? What's it meant to do and it just can't? Okay, let me clarify because I forgot why I grabbed the phone. Too many. But the Queen of Pentacles fell in my lap. 10 of Cups. And the 6 of Swords. Oh, the next Mercury retrograde. That's what I was about to look up. It's in November. It starts November 9th. So that means we move into the shadow this month. Hold on. When is the pre-shadow? The pre-shadow starts on the Libra New Moon. October 21st. Okay. Yes, I can feel it in the air. That's a Taurus reading. Some going on. Okay, anywho, let's clarify this. A time for healing, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. 9 of Swords reversed, mental agony, mental stress, worry. Living your head rent free is not doing anything but aging you, stressing you, which is affecting your health, okay? Mental health, emotional health, physical health. Anything else with a time for healing? The Fool in reverse. Yeah, something needs to change. All right, have faith in your dreams. This is not the time for anyone to rush anything. This is not the time to... Feels like there's a lot of... I'm just seeing a lot of moving pieces. But I'm seeing chess versus checkers. Now, it's always chess, right? However, when it comes to movement of pieces, if you think about the two games, when it comes to chess, you have to view the board. You take your time. It's meticulous, okay? You have to think your move through, and then the possible next anticipated move. You know, to me it's a game of non-rushing, patience, slow and steady wins the race, okay? Versus checkers is a game where you can just move, especially if you've mastered it. It's nothing. Like, you don't have to spend so much time to think about it and anticipate. It's easy to move across the board versus, you know, I don't know. It's like moving without thinking versus thinking before moving type of energy. And I feel like with whatever is new for you, whatever you're walking into, whatever you're initiating, whatever door is being opened, there's a need to honor day by day, step by step. Like, that is very, very important, okay? If you choose to not honor day by day, step by step, whatever energy you are in right now that you're trying to overcome, you will end up right back here. Something is not meant to be rushed, okay? Especially when it comes to doing something, whatever that achievement is, whatever that legacy goal is, that generational peak is for you. That takes time. Slow and steady wins the race. But it's like showing me, you know, when the butterfly is breaking out of the cocoon, you know, yes, it's time to break out, but the wings are extremely fragile in the process. So it's not be fragile with yourself, but be safe with yourself, be nurturing with yourself, be compassionate with yourself, be okay with allowing things to not go according to your particular plan. You know, allowing room for divine intervention with have faith in your dreams. Knowing that, you know, if you put forth your best effort, then spirit will meet you halfway. And that could be a root of a lot of your concern. It's like, you know, you're not putting your best effort forward, but it's like you want this major magnificent fucking outcome or manifestation of something, and you got to be real with yourself. You get what you give. If you don't want to put in the work, then we not about what are we about to hit on? Truly, how far is it gonna go? How far is the ladder gonna go? Truly, you know. But it's like, if you're really out here just when you done all you can, you just stand, okay? You stand and you just, honey, another day, we gonna dust the stuff, honey. Today might be the day. You never know. It's like maintaining that today might be the day and doing all that you can, and knowing, you know, sometimes we just need to take a break and just chill and do something else and let God do what God needs to do. Because when we're so focused on it, it takes fucking forever. So it's like, you know, having multiple hands, having your hands in multiple pots per se, wearing many hats, not putting all of your eggs in one basket type of energy. But with this Three of Pentacles, having at least three different resources, three different, you know, energetic exchanges. Okay, when I've done all I can with this one, okay, let that stand. Let spirit do what spirit does. Now let me pour into this, you know. There, and it's like, if you're just giving all of your energy to one particular thing, and that one particular thing isn't hitting how you want it to hit, it more so discourages you versus igniting that ambition to keep moving forward. So you're not limited to, I don't know, somebody needs to hear this. You're not limited to one thing. You started with the Two of Pentacles, but it's in my hand in reverse. So you're just, it's like, you know, this one thing needs for me to make it. It's like the fucking movie Acrimony, okay? Like all of his energy into one thing, you know, but not allowing his energy to be, it's like, yeah, when it was all said and done, when he thought he didn't have any more fucking resources, he fucking did something else, but he wasn't happy about it. But instead of allowing himself to explore what else he was good at outside of what he knew would hit one day, you know, who knows how life would have been? Who knows what the fuck would have happened? But you don't know unless you try. And I do feel like something has mastered, and now it's time for you to get into something else. Whatever is outside of your comfort zone, whether this is something you're doing for the first time or you've done it before and it was out of your comfort zone and you more so thought it was unproductive or unsuccessful, I feel like now is the time to restart. And start with what you have. Yeah, the High Priestess. Start with the basics. Back to the basics. Which is a representation of a brand new beginning. All right. Anything else? Yeah. I was going to clarify each of them, but that was that. Let's repull. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Libra New Moon. Here, Trey Songz Just Gotta Make It. You have a leg up in reverse, poise in reverse, and peace upright. There could be something, yeah, regeneration on the bottom. There could be something that you want to achieve at this time throughout the season between this new moon energy and the Scorpio new moon energy next month. You know, we always hear rejection is God's protection, but this feels different. It feels like any door that you are not allowed to go through right now is because it will be a disruption of the peace that spirit has you on the path towards, okay? With poise being here, it feels like something that you want, this help, this assistance, whether it's coming from you or to you. It feels like the no, or, you know, not getting what you want has the ability to disrupt your confidence, your self-confidence specifically in some way, and it's not meant to. But it's like the way that you process things. Hold on. This goddamn lip gloss. Where's my Carmex? But the way that you process things, specifically when I say things, rejection is, it's like a major hit to your ego. And then you go into this mindset of, I'm not good enough. Like, I don't know. I don't want to discount it and say like it's a mental pity party, but that's what it's giving. And it's not that at all. Like, the focus right now needs to be mental peace, emotional peace, and internal peace. The heart needs to be as light as a feather. Whatever this energy is that you want to say yes to, that you think will elevate you, it would more so, baby, stress you the fuck out and regret your decision, okay, in the long run. Okay, okay. Also, there, clarify leg up in reverse. Chopped wood, yang. Yeah, I think you think you need help with something. I don't know what this is. You may think you need a fucking roommate, okay, to help save money. You may think that you need help to present a project, or I don't know. There's something you think you need a resource outside of yourself and you do not. But it's the lack of confidence with poise being in reverse, the lack of self-sufficiency or ability. I don't know. It's like thinking that you're weak in something when you were born strong in it, you know, but you've never had the opportunities to tap into that energy until now. But it's like, instead of giving yourself the benefit of the doubt, you are giving yourself the doubt as the benefit. Does that make sense? So it's I don't know. And then with chopped wood being here and yang being here, it's just, it feels like the energy feels like it's like someone that experienced heavy emotional and verbal abuse as a child, okay? And it was like, honey, your parents didn't give, honey, you were not raised in ambition and live your dreams. And it just feels very like, you know, you always feel they're like, it's like anytime you're rejected, you always feel like you have to change an aspect of yourself. And God doesn't like that. That's, you know, if you don't like it, fucking change it, okay? But if you are in love with it and someone else doesn't like it, and then you go and change it because they dislike it, fuck them, respectfully, but fuck them. And God doesn't like that. Like I said, your ancestors, honey, none of your spirit team fucks with that. So with this is time. Who do you want to be? What do you want to be? What do you want to do? And this is whatever the fuck society with 42 being here, you know, anytime I see 42, I always think about the 42 laws. I love the 42 laws. I love just what they represent, what they teach. I love them, truly. Okay? And let me sum my eye, okay? But for some of you, it's like your identity, especially if you've been with someone for a long time, it's like the identity is wrapped up in them and not the individuality. Did I say that right? With this yang energy being here. And again, yang is the root chakra. But it's also, it's connected to masculine energy, so it's giving the energy of assertiveness, you know, and but just struggling when to be assertive and when to rest. Okay, when to act, when to rest. But then it goes back to the very beginning message of, you know, that lack of safety, whatever the case may be. Yeah, between worlds, there's a transition. The number 3 is definitely heavy. And then for others of you, it's like you just, it's like mentally you're trapped in the past. It's like your body, I don't know, everything else about you is in the present and the future, but your mind is trapped in the past. And with this peace and the way this dove is above this egg, it's like Spirit is doing everything to show you, like, we're good. And you're just like, but it's like owning that and receiving that would be this upright, okay? And being able to live without worry, you know, without fret. But can I get one more with the leg up? Because it just feels like this. Happy. Yeah. Come to the edge. Take a risk. Loyal heart. I'm missing something. Give me a second, air signs. What am I missing? Something, one of these candles smell hella good. I don't know which one. I don't know if it's the incense, the candles, but it just smells so refreshing. Judgment, the Emperor. What am I missing? With this leg up. Okay, what else? Okay, Ace of Swords. So you, okay. I don't know if you're helping someone. You've been helping someone. I don't know who you've been giving to. But something is about to be stopped, halted. Transformed. I love the doves in this deck. But you have a dove in this peace deck, okay? And then you have a dove on this Ace of Swords, right? Okay. But clarifying a leg up, because something is very direct but indirect, okay? You have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So, you know, the Knight of Wands is the fastest moving knight, okay? And it's like charging forward, okay? Again, a representation of being assertive. But in reverse, it's a stop, okay? It's giving a hard stop, honestly. And then with Six of Cups gives me, you know, sibling shit, okay, best friends, you know, people you didn't know since you were kids type shit, or just for a long time, or they know a lot about you and your life, you know, it's like, you know, friends that is like family, you know, type shit, okay? But something is just given, honestly, something's about to be no more. Woo! My hand is itching. Okay, and then with happy in reverse, coming out with a leg up in reverse to clarify, it's, yeah, then you have Five of Pentacles. My right hand just started itching with the Ten of Cups. It's giving relationships are changing, okay? How you feel about people are changing. Who you fuck with is changing. Shit, what you're attracted to is changing. Who you are in love with for some of y'all is changing. I don't know. What you want out of life is fucking changing. It's given some morals and values are changing too, okay? And if it ain't been standing on shit, it's got to go. And even if it's been standing on shit, it doesn't mean it can still go. It's just, I don't, there's a lot of change. But this could also be, you know, it's with that step out of your comfort zone, North Node energy, it's giving like stepping away from one life to embrace a new life type energy. And you did have the Between Worlds card as well. So it could go a multitude of ways, or any one of those particular ways. But it does feel like with the seeing the Judgment card and the Ace of Swords being here, man, my hand is itching. Honestly feel like everyone's under judgment, all of us. And it's like New World versus Old World with that Between Worlds card. But you know, I always like to remind the collective that the age of Aquarius, you know, the opposite, the sister sign of Aquarius is the sun, the light, you know, versus coming out of the age of Pisces. Pisces is the moon, the 12th house, you know, which would be, you know, connected to the dark. So getting to this energy of happy, upright, poised, upright, okay? Maintaining this energy of peace, this Ten of Cups, okay? Fucking a leg up, upright. That's a reflection of a healthy duality of Leo and Aquarius energy with the age of Aquarius. I feel like a lot of people have had, I don't know where we're going with this conversation, just flow with the message I'm getting. I feel like a lot of people have had the timelines fucked up as far as like when, you know, the collective would peak, or I don't know, you know, people love to play with time too. That's a whole nother thing. But I do feel like I don't know, it's giving like they're showing me the generations, but they're showing me the millennials as elders, like millennials as like 80, 90, 100, but really experiencing a brand new life from the ones that they were born into. Like, I'm just seeing a massive change, going back to the energy of radical that we spoke to. But, you know, at the same time, to contribute to things changing on a macro level, things need to change on a micro level, and the micro level starts with us as a collective. So, yeah, that way. Okay. It's like proving to yourself that happiness exists, and by you proving that to yourself, you're able to share that with the world, okay? Each one teach one type shit. But somebody got to do it. And it's you. And I feel like, well, it's all of us truly, but with the air, like it could all be so simple. It really could all be so simple. But with issues with control on a personal note, collective note, comes issues with power, which comes issues with, you know, making things easier for ourselves versus others, because motherfucker always got a fucking point to prove, okay? When fuck all of them, okay? Because all of these people are standing next to us on Judgment Day, okay? We are standing by ourselves on Judgment Day, a leg up in reverse. So do what's best for you. And the timeline may not align with someone else, and respect, okay? And that's the thing. It's Aquarius is radical. They're ruled by Uranus. So a radical change of a sun. I'm sorry, radical change of a planet. So, you know, honey, you could be like, this is a time to truly, you could be fucking down today and up tomorrow, okay? Depending on the light that you choose to maintain at the end of the tunnel that you are crawling, walking, climbing through, okay? Just saying. Anything else before we get to the individual signs? Anything else for the air signs? I ain't drink none of this tea. Why do you have to fall on the floor? Work through your fears. New Moon in Scorpio. So, but you have now some New Moon in Scorpio, okay? Get it together. Look at you. See, we're onto something here. You have surrender to the divine in the reverse. It's not it's not funny, but it is. And then you have it's time to release negativity. Yep, right. Full moon in Scorpio, a lot of Scorpio energy. So it's time for a death and a rebirth, and it's time for you to call it, okay? Truly, because nothing is yet set in stone. So much could change. Again, you could be down today and up tomorrow, okay? It's up to you. We already spoke on them, okay? You know, delegating, releasing what you don't have control of, okay? And the negativity is the pessimism. Some of you have a very pessimistic mindset. Yeah, that's how you say it. Get that together. Anything else for them? I'm ready to get into the individual signs. Yeah, be bold and make the first move. You should make a move, but you won't. When your hard work is paying off again. So what you scared of? Scared money don't make no money. I tell y'all that all the time. Okay, baby, the rappers didn't told you. I didn't told you. Who else needs to tell you? Anything else for the collective? But don't be taking nobody's shit if you go broke, okay? Just rebuild. Thinking about the song. That's why I said that. Come to the edge, take a risk. Never ending story in reverse, and chop wood. You have 6-9 here. For never ending story in reverse tells me something is coming to an end, okay? Chop wood, there's nothing, the only thing you need to do, or you're being advised to do rather, because you're grown, so telling grown people what they need to do. God bless. But with come to the edge, it's time, again, it's time for an upgrade, a restart, a new number. For some of y'all, a new zip code. I don't know. a new profile picture. I don't know. Okay? But something needs to change. A new mindset, a new wardrobe. But more life. Heavy energy and more life. And you know this. And you know this, man. Anything else? Milk and honey. But I do feel like Spirit is doing a clean sweep. For sure. You have go the distance and time for a nap. So something, I feel like something is about to start working on its own. It's giving a return on your investment. Like today, I fucking got a package that I ordered in February. I ordered it, hold on, let me find it. I was not expecting it. The shit had been replaced and everything, but hold on. I ordered this February 10th, 2025. Okay, the shit came to my door today. 8 months later, almost 8 months, 5111. So return on your investment. Something is you can, I don't know. It's time to master something else. It's time to work on something else. It's time to get involved with something else. Okay? Okay. Are we good? Anything else? Okay. Let's get into the individual signs. We are going to start with Gemini. Gemini. Hi, Gemini. Happy Libra New Moon. Okay. Let's see. Gemini placements, Libra New Moon. What's happening? You have reflection 19. So you could be spending a lot of time outside at night throughout this time. It's giving a lot of reflecting, like talking to the moon, talking to the stars, talking to Mother Earth, talking to God. Also, oh, this is a boat, okay, with lake houses and shit, all right? So vacation could be a theme, travel could be a theme. Oh, that's cute. A boat ride in the moonlight. That's sexy. Sands of Time. The Light of the World. You'll be saying 1010, Gemini. This little light of mine. June 10th is here. I'm gonna let it shine up. You have the Garden in reverse. Anything else for Gemini? Okay. One track in reverse. Ooh. Okay, anything else for Gemini? All right. So you have reflection upright, the Akashic Library upright, the Sands of Time upright, the Light of the World upright. The Garden is in reverse. Orange Track is in reverse. You also have Will, Wisdom, and Mind in reverse. And on the bottom, you have Loving Elementals. Okay, so a lot of you are disconnected from your inner child, and this new moon is wanting to bring you back into connection with your inner child. I do feel like a lot of you have been ignoring your inner child. I feel like there's been a lack of play with the garden being in reverse, a lack of exploration, a lack of curiosity in your everyday life, or just in your, I'm also getting in your foreseeable future. It feels like you're very, it's like being this energy of very structured, very adult, very just no fun. Okay, you're just, yeah, there's no fun, just very, very, is rigid the word? Very uptight, very strict as well. Not, you know, it's like the energy of, you know, people can't joke with you, having no sense of humor, being serious all the fucking time, which is a reflection of being disconnected with your inner child. For some of you, I'm hearing life has done a number on you, okay? But you can do a number on life as well. You know, it's like instead of allowing the circumstances to consume you, there's this need to really just call your power back and take your power back. And that starts with reconnecting with your inner child. This could be a trigger for some of you, so trigger warning, but it feels like they're on track in reverse is letting me know you've abandoned yourself in some type of way where you need to reconnect and rebuild with yourself. And this Libra new moon is really pushing you to do that. With the light of the world being here next to sands of time, it's kind of like, you know, if you've been getting, if you've been able to get away with a certain excuse or a certain reason, or whatever it has been as to why you have been the way that you have been, that's not going to be able to be usable anymore. With the sands of time, it's like, you know, it's time to step out of that energy and into the light. And it's time to be a reflection of the light as well, with reflection being the first card that you had to come out with this new moon. Now it's interesting because with the new moon that we are, you can't, the new moon is like the void, you know, a new beginning, versus the full moon, which we're able to see. When is the when's the next full moon? "21 days," says Apple. What's 21 days from today? November 5th. Okay. Why is reflection here for Gemini? The divine physician. I feel like you're about to have a major full circle moment as well. You're about to connect some dots that you haven't been able to connect before. You're about to learn and discover some things that you did not know of before. I do feel like with whatever, something is heavily connected to timing though, with the sands of time in this hourglass. Timing is very significant. And the timing with this light of the world feels like it's information that you didn't know, something, it could have been hidden from you since childhood. It could not. You could have been hiding information from someone too. I don't fucking know, okay? But it's also giving, again, going back to what I stated, something has gone on too far for too long. And libraries are full of books with hidden knowledge, right? And with this Akashic library, you know, this has to do with your own personal life experience and connection and journey and soul's missions and lessons and things. But it's just also just the reflection of, you know, hidden information. And 'tis the season for that to be revealed so that you can heal. That was a bar, but that's a fact, okay? But you don't know something. With will, wisdom, and mind, there is something that you don't know that you should know, that you will know, okay? But I do want to iterate and validate the first message. There is a disconnect with your inner child. And a lot of you are taking life too fucking seriously and not even living, okay? There's a... Never mind. Because I already said it in the collective, so I'm not about to say it again. Anything else for Gemini? Some of you are doing business with people, breaking bread with people that you should not be doing business with and breaking bread with. Some of these people have not, or whoever this person or people are, they have not earned their seat at the table. Something may look good on paper, but spiritually, I'm getting it's disrupted. They're disrupted. Be mindful of just, who you go into business, who you break bread with. That is very, very heavy. Because you have community peeking out here with balance in reverse. And then you have the King of Keys in reverse. Keys, money, pinnacle, energy. Keys also open doors, so new beginnings. But you also have the divine physician, Yeshua energy. But healing in reverse. It's kind of like, it's like being so... I'm seeing Matilda's dad, and how, he sold fucking, what was it, lemon cars and shit. Okay, just fucked up. Okay, just scamming people type energy. But it's like, that's the type of it's like that type, Matilda's daddy type shit. Okay. You're also being asked to bring life back into something. Whether, I'm seeing like a home that hasn't had any care in a long time. Like there's a need to, like, it's given like Bob the Builder type of energy. Can we fix it? Yes, it can. But getting into like DIY projects, or gardening, or I don't know. But the willow being here, it's giving planting seeds. And with the physician being in reverse, it's something needs healing that's not getting any nourishment at this time. But it feels like you bringing life into something else brings life into you. This is also like, you housing an animal, a stray or a homeless animal, brings life to you too as well. I don't know. It's just something like that. And the willow is the Two of Forces. So if you haven't been in the season and energy of giving without the expectation of receiving, this energy is aligning you to get into the energy of giving without the expectation of receiving. And Spirit showing you the difference of, moving from the heart versus moving with an expectation of a specific outcome. The reward is different. It's like Cain versus Abel sacrifices, you know. I mean, or offerings. But there's a need to look at, you know, everyone around you, who you interact with on a day-to-day basis, who has your personal number, who's able to get close to you, and how they give to you and how they take from you. And once you make that evaluation, there's a need to move accordingly to that evaluation for the betterment of you. Some of you could be getting into therapy with BetterHelp. Balance fell on the floor in reverse. And the Divine Physician upright. Also, there could be balance in reverse with that. There could, it's giving someone, I'm getting someone needs to apologize. But I don't think it's to a human. I feel like it's to someone's spirit team. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about, but it's for somebody. Okay, are we good for Gemini? I'm ready to move on to Libra. Yeah, Archangel Gabriel, number 3. But you know, Gabriel also rules like packages, communication, mail. So, or write a letter. I don't know. PayPal, pen pal. I say PayPal, but pen pal. I don't know. All right, what's the message for Gemini for this Libra New Moon to close us out? It's also giving, like, you know how people be given like care packages, like the military care packages and shit. Like doing something like that, humanitarian type shit. Okay, one card for Gemini, please. What's the advice for Gemini? Libra New Moon, please, and thank you. You have the 9 of Fire, the 9 of Wands. Don't give up. Protect that which you've created. Have courage and believe in yourself. Be mindful of who you break bread with and who you seek help from, okay? I love you. Libra. Some of you are reading the 48 Laws of Power. I have no comment. Okay. Wishes fulfilled though. Oh, Libra. Libra New Moon for Libra. Y'all know the gospel song, God is not forgot. If he said he would do it, it will come to pass. That song has been in my mind since the collective reading, but I've been trying. So many other songs came up, but I just need to address it. Maybe I can get a new song, but no. Anywho, Libra. You have multiple cards. It's a lot of shit going on. That's the first, okay? You got a lot going on, obviously. Reflection is peeking out for you too. I see a boomerang, like a boomerang video. I don't know. Libra. What's the message for Libra for this Libra New Moon? Look at you, balance, 7 of Forces, and you rule the 7th house, okay? So it's giving alignment, okay? Libra, you have views of the ego sideways, though. You're about to be tested. Libra, your ego is about to be tested. You have a choice. You can handle something with grace. Yeah. Or you cannot. There's this 7/4 here, July 4th. So there's this, ooh, my nose is itching. For some of you, it's like a question of independence. Hold on. Specifically, if you're a feminine Libra, there's a question of independence coming up. Diversity. Look, you see, it's feminine. The number 5 is a theme. Libra. Well, damn, that fell on top of my that's interesting. The T I have is Lion's Mane T, and the number 8, Leo. But paths unknown. Oh, shit's about to change. What else? So what do I say? Alignment, a test. Ego versus compassion. Diversity is, it's like you're about to like switch the game up, change the game. I don't know. Let's see. Feels like you have the Muse in reverse. Your heart wants something different. I'm not taking that. Okay, actually we are going to say that. All right, anything else for Libra? Oh, my nose is itching. Happy birthday. It was, yeah, happy birthday. If you're a Libra sun. Uriel, there's like 6 cards. I'm not taking all of those. Anything else for Libra? Interesting. All right, so where did I leave off? The okay, you have diversity upright, paths unknown upright, the Muse in reverse, the Ark of the Covenant is upright, the Oracle of Delphi is in reverse. You also have the Architect and the Sands of Time in reverse that fell on top of paths unknown. So your tongue, okay? Your tongue is a sword of life. It is a sword of death, okay? It is a sword of truth. It can also be a sword of lies, okay? Your tongue can, and I'm speaking on everything that's non-sexual for those of y'all whose heads are in the gutter, but it can truly make someone, the tongue is powerful. I'll just say that it's powerful, okay? And it's very potent at this time, especially in Libra season. This is a Libra new moon, and this is your reading Libra. Now, again, the heart wants some new shit, okay? What specifically it wants that's new, I don't know, okay? It could be a new hobby. It could be a new man. It could be a new woman. It could be a new job. It could be new money. I don't know, but it wants something new. Yeah. New experiences. I don't know, but something new. There is there's a need to protect. With the Ark of the Covenant, something needs to be protected. With the Oracle of Delphi in reverse, this is also 111 energy too. But it feels like you need to protect. There's something that you don't know that you need to protect. And I'm trying to understand how the fuck that makes sense, okay? But that's what I'm getting, okay? Maybe it's, hold on. Am I seeing, am I seeing it the opposite way? The sun. Okay, yes. So it's the opposite. What the fuck did I say? So I said there's something you don't know that you need to protect, but it's vice versa. There's something that you know that you need to protect. So basically not everything needs to be spoken on. The Ark of the Covenant holds and protects the 10 Commandments. So what you know, your morals, your values, the codes of life, you know. It's giving like high priest, high priestess energy. Like people have to earn their way to the knowledge. They have to, it's giving earn their reward, you know. And you know, it's one thing to take the horse to the water, but to make sure your ass stay there until they drink it before you go on to the next task in life is none of your concern. Now, I don't know what you got going on as far as like your personal everyday life, or how people come to you for guidance or knowledge or whatever you're gifted in. But there's a need to ensure that you are going back to that tongue energy. You are a healthy teacher. You are a healthy guide. Okay. And, you know, being healthy means, yes, you know, some answers we provide, others we provide the tools for them to find the answers on their own. It feels like someone needs to be on the journey of finding the answers on their own, and someone's trying to manipulate their way through you to giving them the answers, because you got the keys to some shit, but you're being asked to protect what you know in silence, okay? I think I said that right. Now, a lot of you are very concerned when it comes to the energy and efforts that you put into projects or whatever it is you want to do. It's like you want to ensure that there is a payoff. Like you don't want to waste time. You don't want to waste energy. You don't want to waste fucking breath work. Whatever the case may be, there's this energy of not wanting to waste. But yet you're disrupting the experience based on the focus on you not wanting to waste, okay? Because who says that there's meant to be a specific reward? Maybe it's meant to just be an experience that you had. If it's meant to be an experience, that's for a reason as well, whether you realize that or not. But this is more so, it's like being too focused on what you can get out of a situation versus what you're able to receive out of the situation. That can have the ability to fuck your shit up, okay? What you got going on and what you're trying to manifest. With paths unknown here, it's giving you don't know unless you try, like I've already said, but more so if you're curious, see what's up, you know? If it doesn't hurt another person, if it's not disgraceful, you know, if it's, you know, it's giving explore the curiosity. But a lot of you just maintain the mentality that curiosity killed the cat. I'm not saying be out here. Be wise, okay? And allow your higher self to guide you, okay? Don't allow the fear to stop you. Now, going back to this test, right? With the views of the ego being sideways on top of balance in the scales, on top of the Queen of Keys in reverse. It's giving me, so the seventh house of relationships, but this is more so giving work. Low-key is giving pick-me energy, but then it's not. It's like, you know, it's also giving I have a light too. Interesting, I said two. What's going on here? the Magician, the Ten of Pentacles, okay, Three of Cups. Y'all be doing business with friends or some shit. I don't know what you got going on, but I see a problem coming. And an end for some with the World being here. Ooh! Itching. Yeah, the Four of Cups. Somebody has been praying for a way out. Your disillusion, a dismantling of something, and it's about to be given. I don't know if this is with you, if you've been the one, I don't know what it is, but the dissolution, I see dissolution of marriage. That's a divorce, right? But I don't know. It doesn't have to be romantic. It could be platonic. We got the Three of Cups here, okay? It could be, honey, it could be the family. Because we got the Ten of Pentacles, so it could be anything. Any type of relationship is my point when I say anything. But whatever it is, it does feel like, you know, it's business and pleasure involved, okay? Okay, there's a crossing of boundaries, and the separation is very unclear, okay? And money's involved. I don't know. Ten of Pentacles. Someone's receiving more of a situation than the other. It's given like when there's a group and then they break up, okay? Like every fucking music group. It's some shit like that, okay? Okay. Anything else? But I do feel like it's just time. Yeah, King of Pentacles. It's a lot of money here, okay? I feel like it's time. People have individual paths that they need to serve, okay? And a lot of people are trying to avoid that. And those that are most avoidant will have the most trouble with this energy based on their own adversity. Going back to that views of the ego, this is a test. Something is not meant to last forever. I keep seeing the fucking devil, okay? Yeah, Nine of Cups. It's not wish fulfilling anymore, and we're back to the Three of Pentacles. This is how we started with the collective message. So, yeah, something is a solo mission. It's no longer dual. I'm also getting it's no longer meshing. It's like people are getting irritated with each other, but not trying to show that they that they're getting irritated with each other. What the hell? Just move on. We're too grown for this. Let's move on. The hell. Now views of the ego is in reverse. I guess we saw the light in that situation. I hear, is it coming to an end? Yeah. That's not funny. It's not funny. But you have 5, 6, 7, 8 here. Hold on. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here. I just saw that. 1, 2. So 3 is a thing. No, you had the Three of Cups. So we have 1 through 8. Yeah, the cycle is done. Okay? Okay. I don't know, Libra. Honey. It's also giving, like, you know, going back to that energy of moving in silence. You could just be about to, I don't know, you could be about to ghost some shit of people and just go live a new life. I don't know. It could be like that for some of you. It could be read so many ways. It depends on what you got going on personally, okay? But you could really just be on some real moving in silence type of shit and that Ark of the Covenant with yourself type shit, okay? And, you know, people could be judging you because of this. And it's like, as they are judging you, God is judging them, you know? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that is it, okay? Because the evil eye fucking bracelet just fell. Anything else for Libra? right, that is all. Let's get your advice and then we will finish with Aquarius. Final message for Libra for this Libra new moon. I'm gonna take all of these. It's your birthday. It's your season. Hold on. I see them. I'm gonna read these and pull them back. You have the moon, Archangel Haniel. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back, missing an opportunity, discontentment, or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. But the card that fell out, you have the Ten of Air, the Ten of Swords. Ooh. The end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Recovering from an addiction. Keep it. You want me to keep this? You came out in reverse. What do you want me to put back? Okay. Okay, so you also have the Six of Fire. I put back what I couldn't see. The card that I could see. Victory, good news is on its way. Public recognition or rewards. So it really just depends on which side. It could be, I don't know. October 6th, you have 10-6 here. What was the card I couldn't see? I'm curious. Oh, the Ace of Pentacles. Skilled work is rewarded. Learning all there is to know about a topic. Going back to school. Yeah, it's time for some new shit. I hear Deuces by Chris Brown. I'm going to leave it alone. God bless you. I love you. Who's next? Aquarius. Damn, it's late. All right, last but not least, Aquarius. Libra New Moon. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna reshuffle. Libra New Moon for Aquarius. The Queen of Scrolls in reverse. Setting your course in reverse. What the fuck? On track. Upright. Aquarius. Archangel Gabriel. Excuse me. Libra New Moon for Aquarius. That's it? Huh. Protect what you're building at this time. Not everyone needs to know what you're building at this time. Clarify this, please, for Aquarius. Just one. I'll take both. Hold on. You have a warning here. Okay. Anything else for Aquarius? The divine physician. So you're in a, overall, you're in a, hold on. Overall, you're in a good energy, okay? However, you have the Queen of Scrolls in reverse, setting your course in reverse. The karmic trench is sideways. The Lookout and the King of Keys. Something is being disrupted. But there's a need to not allow the disruptions to throw you off track, because as much as you're being disrupted, it's like you may be inconvenienced, but things are divinely aligned at this time. Hold on, they're telling me to look up Archangel Gabriel for you. So, known as a divine messenger who relays God's will to humans, yes, particularly through prophetic and crucial announcements. Interesting. But Gabriel's primary role is to deliver divine messages to humanity, making him a pivotal figure and conveying important information from God. So, yeah. And it's very interesting because Gabriel is between on track, so things are aligned. Gabriel is between 111, on track 1, Ark of the Covenant 11. Whatever you're experiencing, God's hand is heavily involved. This energy over here is, I don't like it. So the Queen of Scrolls in reverse, it's giving me someone withheld. Withholding information, withheld information. With the Lookout, something could have been avoided. But with setting your course in reverse, there's a change in direction, change your course, change in action. Travel could be changing. Something's changing. Vacation plans could be changing. I don't know, but yeah, you may have your eyes set on something specific, but whatever you have set on something specific is changing. March 11th and November 7th, though, that I just had to call it out. But it's giving something could have been avoided or can be avoided. He has a bird. He has 2 birds in his hand. One's a sparrow. I don't know if that's supposed to be a dove or not. But it also feels like God is moving someone out of the way. But in order for them, like, you know, it's like God has to sit someone down in order for something else to get done. Because you or whomever would have been in the way. With the Lookout being here. So if you feel the need, I don't know, something is changing as far as plans. It's also given the next 3 months are about to look very different, especially starting in November. Unfortunately, a lot of businesses are collapsing. And a lot of businesses are building. I don't know. There's just a lot of growth and destruction at the same damn time. I don't know what I'm talking about right now, honestly. but I'm just reading the energy. This is not the time to drive with your phone. Like the way I was holding my phone, I don't know, that was weird to me. It just felt weird. It felt like a distraction. What else with this for Aquarius? Yeah, you have birth. There's a new beginning here. April 17th is here. 4/17. 3 of Wands. Okay, okay. So, what do you want them to know about that? Nothing. All right. I'm also getting a record has been sealed. Karma has been paid. But there is a test. Someone is being asked to not get involved. Someone is being asked to protect themselves. Someone is being asked to stay out of the way. Someone is being asked to focus on whatever they got going on, okay, and continue on what the, I don't know what they got going on, and do not get involved in other people's shit, because there's a King of Keys here, okay. There's somebody on this damn lookout card, all right? Someone in a karmic trench. We got a Queen of Scrolls. Like, who? It's a lot of just energies here. And then you have birth here as well. So it's interesting how they landed. The karmic trench is in reverse and birth is upright. So this is, it's like people are coming out of karma and people are walking into karma. I don't know. The tables are turning like a motherfucker, okay? Truly, they are. But you just need to, you got to be out the way, okay? In regards to something, Aquarius. I don't know what specifically, but Archangel Gabriel, we looked up the energy. So something is, I don't know if it's just your energy is not to be played with, fucked with. I don't know. Your stability is not to be played with, fucked with. I really don't know. But it feels like you have an upper hand in regards to something, whether you realize this shit or not, okay? You really fucking do. But other people don't. But I just can't let go of somebody knew something and didn't speak on something, and something could have been avoided. But I do see the 5 of Pentacles in reverse and Ace of Wands. So when it comes to financial matters, never mind. Hold on. No, when I said when it comes to financial matters, it was giving me, what's his name off of Friday? Fuck. Fridays could be significant. But, the one with Chico, the dog. Him. I can't think of his name. He wore the fucking shit to his eyes. But, yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking about him right now when I was saying that. Okay. Anywho. It's interesting because in this Archangel Gabriel, one bird is sitting on the palm, the other is elevated above the palm. You see? One is sitting, one is elevated. I think that's my Amazon order. Anywho. Opportunity, new beginning. I don't know, something is like a trap too. I don't know. Something's... My left ear just started ringing. Um, just stay out the way. Be mindful, especially if you're single, be mindful of the people that are trying to talk to you, date you, and court you. People are looking for... It's giving, some people are looking for an escape. Some people are like, you know, some people know when people are walking energies of protection, walking energy of God knows what, okay? And I just feel like you are, it's gonna sound so vulgar, but the energy is, it's like your energy is being hunted. Whatever you carry is being hunted at this time. And there's a need to protect yourself, Ark of the Covenant, and stay out the way. And the warnings will come. With Archangel Gabriel here, the warnings will come. Look out before the shit goes down. Now, it's up to you to take heed. And some of y'all, you've been playing, okay? So get it together. Again, this is an opportunity for a new beginning. You do have birth here. But this birth is forced, so it's more so giving stability. Stability with whatever new beginning that you have. You could be concerned about just... You could be very concerned on the world with intricacies in industry, okay? And I just feel like if you're concerned with the world, you should be more concerned with God, okay? That's what I think. Yeah. Yeah. But 13 is here as well, so expect a lot of change on November 1st through the 13th. I'm sorry, November 1st through the 17th could be very interesting for you. Anything else? I'm sleepy. Yeah, why summer, winter, and the treasure. We're in fall right now. Why is the treasure in reverse? Yeah, this is, yeah, fated meeting. Okay, again, the people that are trying to, you know, I want to do what? No, the outsiders, it's a no right now. Okay, if they're not an insider currently, they don't need to be at this time. Winter would be better right now. Fall, autumn, shit is falling down. Okay, so let it be. Pay attention to the people that try to force their will upon you. It's a lot of flags going on. Pay attention to all the flags being shown. Okay. Anything else for Aquarius? You have balance upright. All is well. You could be seeing sevens. What do the sevens represent for Aquarius if they're seeing sevens? Diversity. So if you're seeing sevens, you know, 7 heavily connects to the crown chakra. But it's giving something has been mastered. You've become a teacher in something. You've become a master in something. It's time to become the student in something. So if you're seeing 7, Spirit is saying start something new. Birth, okay? Okay. All right, let's get your advice. I'm going to post these timestamps and I'll be back in the rising. It's 11 right now. Oh my goodness. Jeez. Okay, so we try this. 7 on the bottom, Chariot, 777. Archangel Metatron, An important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. Yeah, you've mastered something if you're seeing 7. So now it's time to student. 11! It's 11:01. You have strength. Hold on, I don't know how I got these cards. All right, great inner strength, release harsh, God. Great inner strength, release harsh judgments, God. Forgiveness and compassion. Hold on. Archangel Ariel. So you had Archangel Gabriel, then you had Archangel Metatron, now you got Archangel Ariel. What is you worried about? Truly, what you worried about, okay? The only sign to get the archangels that way. All right, this was in reverse. You have the Knight of Air, your energy, intelligent, decisive, idealistic, tireless. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options, creative solutions. It's in reverse. So very interesting. You have strength. You're being very hard on yourself in regards to something. I feel like this is in regards to work. Your productivity or what you're producing. You're judging. I feel like you're judging yourself very harshly. Yeah, time to rest or take a vacation. Allow more time before making a decision. Meditation may provide answers. So, and your opposite, you are Aquarius. Your opposite is Leo, the Strength card. Okay, so there's no need to rush. There's a need to kind of, like I was telling Gemini, become more playful. You're sucking the fun out of everything at this time. You're heavily in your head though. But it's like your head is, your mind is going in loops versus coming up with solutions and exit strategies and things of that nature. I'm just saying a figure 8 loop, which is back and forth, back and forth. And I feel like with this 4 of Swords, time to rest or take a vacation, you feel like you don't have time to rest. You don't have time to take a vacation. And you know, we do have to make the time. November 4th this year, this 11-4, 11-5, but 11-5 is the full moon in Scorpio. I don't think you think time is on your side in regards to something, and it really is more than you know. But I feel like you don't have certain assurances in life outside of me telling you this message that iterates that for you. But as I say that, my eyes are drawn to this 5 of Pentacles, Ace of Wands in reverse. I don't know why this deck isn't turned over, but it's a lot of wands here. What else for Aquarius? Yeah, the 9 of Pentacles, enjoying life's little luxuries, spending quiet time alone, successful self-employment. And then you have the 9 of Water, your wishes come true, concerns fade away, love life. So 9-9, all these ones. You're stronger than you realize. You're truly built for a lot that other people could not withstand. But I don't think you realize your strength. It's just something that it's like something that you just do. It's like a natural habitat for you. But for others, it's a superpower. I hear Superhuman by Chris Brown. I think that's Chris Brown's song. But to people, you are superhuman, you know? But to you, it's like to not be that is like weird to you. I don't know. But that's what I'm getting. Time is on your side with something as mentioned. There are creative solutions to whatever struggles. You're just not seeing it. And I feel like you're not seeing it because you're too mentally consumed in it. There's a need to take a step back, you know, take a rest. Shit, some may call it deflect from the situation for a minute, just so you can come at it with a clear mind, clear eyes type shit. Because these cards are saying that you got it. Like, there's no need to, you don't, no, you got it. Like, you, honey, great inner strength, okay? Allow more time before making a decision, okay? Your wishes come true. Successful self-employment, you got it. And the resolution is creative. It's not fucking harsh, okay? And if you don't have a resolution right now and you just need to take a break, then give yourself that compassion and forgive yourself for not knowing right now. But tell your, you know, affirm for yourself, you may not know now, but you will. Okay? And then you had Archangel Gabriel, okay, honey, the messages from God, okay? You gonna be good. You are good. And maybe that's just what you need to hear. You are good. You are okay. All right, and it's okay to put the shit down and revisit it another day. And tomorrow's not promised. And if something happens and it wasn't just meant, it's just chill, chill. Please chill. Anything else? Close us out for Aquarius, please. Period. I love it. I fucking love it. The Queen of Swords, independent, experienced, realistic, and witty, objective decision-making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in a situation. You're going to realize, honey, it wasn't this difficult, but she was making it that way. Okay? Okay, I'm going to bed. I love y'all. I'll be back in the rising. Yeah. I'm going to do what I can tomorrow and not rush. Because after tomorrow, I can't be here till Monday. But I'll see you in the rising. I love y'all. Bye. I'm not supposed to timestamps. Harold, why you be asking? You asked me that last time. Good night, Harold. Bye.